everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to another Wednesday live readings, collective messages, general love, and then personal card pulls at the end. So good to have you here, whether you're joining live or watching the replay. I'm just going to wait another minute for people to join. Get my cards laid out. Scoot this back a little bit. All right. Let's see. And as you join in, just leave a comment to say hello. Let me know that you're here. Hello, Katie. So happy you could join. Okay. So, there. Okay. Making sure I have enough space. I don't know why. 4, 5, 6, 7 decks today. 7 decks today. That's who wanted to come out. So here we are. Making 7 decks fit on my table. Okay. Keep this nearby. These out. Sure. Okay. Shake it up. Oh, easier. There we go. Okay. So let's just go ahead and get started. See what we need to know this week. Let's see. Okay. Starting off with the general collective messages. Okay, let's see. Wow. Starting off very strong here. All right. Let's clarify these, but we're starting off with the Angel of Success, number 31 or the number 4. So an energy of success is surrounding you at present. Oh, okay. Love it. All right. So, starting with the Angel of Success. Clarified by the Wishing Well, the number 48, number 12. Lots of gold here. So, this is definitely confirmation for some of you that the things that you've been wishing for, if you've been wishing for success in some area of your life, that is coming in for you now. And this being the first row in the spread as well tells me this is a very present energy, whether it's happening right now or in the very near future. Success is definitely here. It's on your side. It's happening for you. Um, you may be feeling very successful in some of your endeavors, feeling like you've definitely accomplished something you set out to. Things are feeling very possible for you. And I'm kind of hearing like keep throwing coins in that wishing well because success is going to come from it. Keep putting your energy into the things that make you feel aligned. Keep putting energy into what you feel is your purpose, and it's going to be successful and bring success into your life. For some of you, this is very financial energy because I kept hearing like put money in that wishing well, and it's going to come back to you tenfold. Keep putting money into your savings account or keep investing in yourself, and that money is going to come back to you even more so. I love that. It's a great way to start. And the second row we have here is the Angel of Love with the number 20. So for some of you, this is romantic love. For some of you, it really is just being surrounded by the energy of love, being surrounded by people that you love, feeling like your wishes love you back. And the things that you're putting your energy and passion into are reciprocating, whether they are people or things or projects. You're feeling like this love is on your side and it's helping you keep going. It's, oh, I didn't even notice, but the clarifying card is encouragement. Yeah, the love that is surrounding you is encouraging you to keep moving forward and working towards the things that you actually love. So it's kind of like this infinite loop of love and encouragement that's happening for you right now. It's surrounding you and filling you, and it's moving you forward. This isn't the love reading, but for some of you, this is encouragement that romantic love is coming into your life very soon, if that's something that you're looking for. Or next level commitments or deeper bonds in your current love situation are also the possibility here. Probability, I suppose. The overall energy in this middle row here is the Angel of Happiness. So this is just a really happy time. And you're meant to be very happy right now. I'm hearing you're very pleased with yourself. There may be a situation that you feel you handled very well, handled it perfectly, couldn't have gone any better. You're feeling that encouragement. You're feeling kind of on top of the world, like anything's possible. It feels like in your soul, like in your body, it feels like summer, even though it's winter right now. Your soul feels like summer. You're lit up, you're happy, things are going your way, prosperity is flowing through you. You're feeling very abundant. And we have a contrasting card kind of clarifying this happiness of Ghostlands. And I feel like this is significant to the past. This is significant to where you came from, or there's a piece of you that's like a little bit afraid to fully give into the happiness that you're experiencing right now because you're like, well, it wasn't that long ago that things were feeling desolate and things weren't really feeling like they were moving forward. And I feel like that was just a mental state that you were in, is that things weren't moving as quickly as you wanted them to, or there were obstacles, there were redirections, there were things that just weren't feeling meant to be. And so this happiness is like a very intense contrast from that energy that you had been experiencing. Hello, Wendy. Welcome. Anyone who's joining us live right now, please leave a comment to say hello. Let me know that you're here. So yeah, it feels like you are not used to, but you had experienced for quite some time that feeling of feeling discouraged and things not really moving in the direction that you wanted them to, seemingly anyway. But what you might have also gotten messages, I'm hearing from the other side, encouragement from ancestors. I think some of you have spirits surrounding you right now that are trying to help you see what it is that you've built, see how far you've come, and see what is going to continue to be possible for you in the future. And they're kind of encouraging and pushing you forward and saying, like, it's okay. The things that happened in the past were very much meant to be to get you to where you are now, and things were working in your favor behind the scenes. And if things didn't work out for you, it's because they weren't supposed to be yours. They weren't meant to be in your life, and something even greater is coming in for you now. And I think you're seeing that manifest in your life at present. And that's some of this success and prosperity and happiness and love and encouragement and these wishes coming true. That's all starting to unfold for you. And so there might be an energy of disbelief, maybe feeling not like it's too good to be true. Maybe for some of you, that's how it feels, but it's almost like, oh, this is really happening. Is this really happening? This is what I've always wanted, and it's actually coming in for me. You're definitely being very supported on this journey. So coming from that place of feeling like things are desolate, and then coming into this vast field of wildflowers and in the sunshine, this happiness is where you're at right now. And I think there's also the message of having appreciation for where you came from, because it gives you that perspective that things are actually really good right now. So your past, like having a lot of love for the past and the past versions of you and those experiences, because they've gotten you to this point. And I think you learn so much about yourself and lessons about life through that process that there's a lot to be grateful for in the past. But we are still living in the present and looking towards the future and wanting to keep moving always into bigger and better things. All right. Hello, Caressa. So we have the Angel of Balance coming out here with the number 2. And clarified by Spark, the number 34, the number 7. So there's a balance. I think this doesn't feel like a need for balance. It feels like striking a balance. Oh, hello, Juniper. Hello, Alicia. I missed your face too. Afternoon, madam. Yeah, so I don't feel like this is a call for you to find more balance. I feel like this is you naturally, things are balancing out. Things are just, the universe is balancing things out for you. They're saying you've experienced a lot of this one thing, and here's what you want, and here's what you've always been working towards and what was always destined for you, and we're going to balance the scales for you now. So this has already happened, and now it's time for you to move into this. So it's like, don't worry about the past, especially don't worry about the past repeating itself, because it's not going to. Sorry, I feel like I'm going to sneeze, and I'm hoping it's just going to, yep, it's gone. Okay, cool. So this is things balancing out for you, because this is a time of following your passions. I feel like there's a little, I'm hearing a little guide. So I'm looking at this little, it looks like a butterfly or dragonfly, but it could be like a little fairy creature. You probably can't see this. I don't know why I'm even bothering, but maybe your eyesight is fantastic and you can see this little creature down here. This little thing. But I'm seeing it as like a tiny guide. And that could be a little voice in your head saying, like, keep going, everything's okay, everything's going to be fine. That angel on your shoulder. Maybe it's an animal or a child or a spirit guide of yours that is a little bit more behind the scenes, a little bit shy, a little bit less overt about their encouragement, but they're kind of more present in your awareness, and you're feeling very encouraged by them to follow your passions. And for some of you, I think it is like a little voice in your head, like maybe a guide. You're getting some clairaudience, claircognizance, being able to hear your guides' voices more clearly and their encouragement in your mind, and they're saying, yes, this is it, keep going. And there's also a voice, maybe the same voice, telling you maybe what's not so aligned with you and giving you that guidance. And they're really trying to move you towards what's going to give you the most fulfillment at this time and in your life. This is building something stable and long term from your passion. So this could be in your personal life or in your career life, but it's like what lights your soul on fire, what makes you happy, what sparks that flame inside you and gets you excited for life and makes you want to go out and experience and live your life to the fullest. That's what you're being guided towards. And I think that's part of this balance too, is maybe you didn't have that, not necessarily motivation, but that zest for life, that's that spark for life, that feeling like, life is exciting and full of opportunities. Maybe you didn't have that so much. You're feeling a little bit more stifled or pessimistic about life's opportunities for you. And now you're feeling like the world is your oyster and anything's possible. And opening up all those possibilities is kind of a lot. So you're being guided towards which ones are absolutely meant for you. We have the angel of belief with the number 3. This is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Clarified by the magical map shifter, number 52. Or the number 7 here. So this is believing in your destiny. Believing that your destiny is meant for you and you're aligning. You're aligning. There's some blind faith that's probably going to be required of you here. Horses, fish, or flies may be significant. A compass or a heart or a map. What is that? A crown or like a globe or something. Those may be significant symbols that are going to lead you to your purpose. But, I mean, he's blindfolded. So there is some blind faith required of you in this process, because while some of your dreams and wishes and goals are coming into fruition, there's some things that you're still like really unsure about and not sure what direction to take. And I'm hearing the map isn't finished yet. So you're kind of standing on this path, like right at the edge of it. And you're like, well, where do I go from here? The path just stopped. And looking at the map, the path that you're on does just stop there for now. The map will be finished. The map will be complete very soon. And you're going to have a more clear vision of where you're supposed to be and where you're going and what you're doing. But there's like a beauty in the mystery. There's fun to be had in this mysterious place. I think right now you're supposed to enjoy yourself and what you've already accomplished. And the next steps will be revealed for you in time, in divine timing. But this is also believing in yourself, to trust yourself and know that, and trusting your intuition, trusting that you will know when it's time to make the next move. You will feel comfortable and confident doing so when it is time. And I think there's a magic to you that you haven't quite fully realized or believed is actually a piece of who you are. So there is a stepping into your power, coming into your confidence, being very sure of yourself in this process. And maybe that is part of what's required of you before these next steps are revealed and before you know which direction to keep going in. You have to believe in yourself and trust that everything is working out in your favor and things are happening for you. All right, so let's get some more messages here. All right. The shepherdess. Yeah. I'm going to read out of the book for these, but I kind of see this as you being ushered into the next phase. Stepping into your power, I'm hearing being moved into a more powerful version of yourself. So let's see. Da, 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 da. This isn't, oh, no, we're going to find it. There she is. All right. You need the skills of an all-rounder at the moment. There is a lot to take in, but you can widen your attention to include what's going on. Check the status of the different plans you have running. Be sure to develop and encourage the early stages of a plan or relationship by cherishing it and giving it time and care. It kind of comes back to the wishing well message here of like, keep putting your energy, keep putting your time and your love, and keep throwing coins into that wishing well, because it's going to pay off for sure. Okay. Able to defend her flock against predators with skill and courage, the shepherdess with her crook guards and sheep the sheep and rescues them if they become entangled or trapped. Her unswerving vigilance protects the young lambs as they are born and grow strong. The shepherdess lives in the shieling or temporary shelter, while the beasts are lambing. Okay, so there's an energy of like giving life to something or protecting what's sacred, protecting your lambs, protecting the little things that the things you've already created. It's already been born, but it's still growing. So you're putting your energy into making sure that it is going to thrive. Yeah. She also looks after the flocks and herds and oversees the process of dairy work and making butter, cream, and cheese. So we're talking about the goddess Bridget here, or Saint Bridget, the protector of the sick and the inspirer of poetry, as well as the keeper of the forge. Protector of the whole household, whose three-legged sun wheel keeps everyone safe. So guarding what's yours. And I feel like this is kind of niching down. It's protection. I think your endeavors are protected. Your process is protected, not just by you, by those energies around you, that energy of love, the ancestors around you, the spirits around you. There's a lot of divine energy surrounding your projects at this time, and the process is very protected and safe. But yeah, what you're giving energy to is niching down a little bit. So you're reprioritizing not what deserves your time and energy, but what focuses, what you need to focus on more. And for some of you, that is the house and home. It's making sure that your immediate physical environment feels safe and comfortable, and it's a place that you want to spend time in, and it lifts you up. And making sure that if you have people who depend on you for their livelihood, that they understand that your love and energy is focused on them at this time as well. Paying attention to the foods that you make and the foods that you eat. I'm hearing like something about processed foods, maybe less of those, and you're cooking more and caring more about the ingredients that go into your food and into your body. There's a lot of mindfulness in this. It's very intentional. Every move is very purposeful. Nothing's wasted. Your energy isn't wasted. Your time isn't wasted. Resources aren't wasted. And everything has a purpose. Everything has intention. And so, yeah, there's definitely a message of mindfulness here. And just noticing where you've been slacking and where you want to be more focused. Okay. Let's see. Yes, cheese divination. I'm excited for some tyromancy. The mistress. The mistress. Let's see what messages she has for us here. Honor yourself and your sacred sexuality. What your desire reveals is more truthful than what is in your mind. Love cannot be coerced. The power of your feelings may block out rational responses now, so it's difficult to see where you stand. So consider, where is your love invested? Ooh, and that's coming out with the love card as well, next to the love card. So love those synchronicities for you, Juniper. You do not have to be partnered in any deal that doesn't take your views into account. If you are considering complacency or compliance as your best option because it won't change things, then you are very much mistaken. The family wisdom here. My love is the unconditional embrace of lover for the beloved. The mistress is a young woman who has come into her sexual power. She invites only the most handsome of men to lie in her lap so that she can comb their hair, traditionally a mode of sexual invitation. She offers the love of Maytime, but she is not ready to be anybody's wife. She is the mistress of herself, not of any man. The young and beautiful, can't pronounce that name, is given in marriage to the scarred old warrior without her consent. Her response is to elope with the most handsome warrior for many years. Together they flee, and sleeping only one night in any place. Many locations in Ireland are associated with these nights of love. All right. Okay. So this is more of that coming into your power type of energy, noticing your beauty, embracing your love first before anybody else's. And that's not a having your walls up type of thing, but loving yourself before you choose to love others. Does that make sense? So if some of you are looking for love, you're single right now, and it's just being more intentional and being more mindful and not necessarily needing to be cautious, but being very selective and intentional about whose energy you decide to mingle with. Yeah, love that, Juniper. So yeah, for some of you, there's some like sacral chakra healing energy here, viewing your sexuality as very sacred, taking the time to care for yourself the way that, I don't know, caring for yourself so deeply and expecting that others will love and cherish themselves, and so that you can love and cherish each other as well. So being very strong in who you are, being very passionate about your self-care, and kind of promising that you can do the same for someone else, but your cup is always full first. You are always caring for yourself so that you can be a source of love and nurturing for others, and attracting people who do the same for themselves so that they can do the same for you. Hopefully that made sense. So we're going to do one more of these. The Lord of Life. Lord of Life. All right, let's see. The Lords are the beginning. Ta-da. Where my Lords at? Where'd you go? We got the ladies. There we are, the Lords. Lord of life. Goodness. Okay. The general attitude. What needs to be set free? What strongly impels you? Okay. More of that niching down your energy and what you're focusing on. What inspires you here? Where does this lead you? What signs of change have you noticed? What are you holding back from? How can a bridge be built between you and another person? And what can you share? I bestow the gift of good beginnings. The ability to step over the threshold boldly is your rightful heritage. The Lord of Life governs the growing influence of the sun as every plant and tree becomes clothed in green and the sap rises. On his right shoulder is a man, and on his left shoulder a dancing woman, while beneath her a horseman rides away. They are the same figures who appear in the Lady of Life card, but now the male figure is ready to move onward. The Lord of Life does not coerce our search for experience, but leaves us free to seek it. In childhood and young adulthood, we are still formulating how our life purpose will unfold. He gently teaches us how to recognize what attracts us and how to be of service, how we can follow our skills and gifts. Legend speaks of the boy Mabon, who was born and then lost from before the beginning of serial time. Only the most ancient animals know where he is. His return brings power and joy back to the world. When we each become aware of our life purpose and use our gifts, Mabon is rediscovered anew. So, life purpose. Discovering your gifts. There's solar plexus chakra energy here. So we've kind of got like heart and root chakra, sacral and solar. The Lord of Life. The color yellow here, significant. So those happy bright colors and then a little bit of the calming green. So this is your life purpose. I think this is something you're still finding, and that's that spark, that balance, and needing that blind faith and that belief that things are really good right now, but things are going to get even better, and we're not quite sure what that's going to look like exactly, but we know that it's promised. It's destined to be, and there's lots of life and vitality yet to be discovered and fully used to its highest potential. So there's a lot for you to learn from this experience, and there's a lot of blessings that are coming in, and you will find your purpose. Just have patience. Your purpose is going to expand and broaden and become something that is even grander than you could have imagined. So, all right, I'm going to leave those there. Hello, Maeve. That Lord of Life. I'm here like new life is promised. This fresh beginning is promised. He's bringing spring into your soul. Just trust the process. A new beginning is coming. The You Are Loved card wanted to stay out, so we'll pull that one. You are loved. You're here for a reason. You are here for a reason. Just keep believing. You're being shady. Watch out. Shit could get ugly. You are being shady. What are you being shady about? Ooh. Oh my gosh. And I don't know if that's... Maybe you have some shady intentions that you didn't realize, or you're hiding something. You're trying to stifle something. Keep it in the shadows. We are in a time right now where things that are hidden are being brought to light. So if you're keeping something in the shadows, it's going to be brought to light, and that can be kind of scary, but I hear like it's going to resolve some issues for you as well. So it might be a little bit like rocky, shaky, you're a little ugly at first, but it's going to bring a weight off your shoulders. And it's going to make you feel like more expansive, I think. And that could be something that you're hiding a secret, or it could just be a part of yourself that you weren't ready to express yet, but then something happens, like you have to step into that version of yourself. You have to be that person. And it just kind of like shakes you to your core a little bit, but then you realize you didn't have to stifle that in the first place, and everything is going to be okay. It's not as scary as you thought it was going to be. Don't fucking force it. Allow that shit to come to you. We attract. We do not chase, we attract. So there's more of that blind faith, and just relax and enjoy yourself right now, because the things that you are manifesting are coming in for you. Everything's working out, and divine timing is at play here. There's things that need to shift and focus and redirect and move before you can fully have all the blessings you've been waiting for. And they are trickling in. They absolutely are. You're not going to be like left hanging in the balance. Like, you have enough. You have plenty, and there's more to come. So just kind of relish in what you have right now, and they're going to slowly be filtering in for you. Get the fuck outside and move your ass. Your body is pissed at you. So we have pink, both cards, pink and purple, coming out. Not purple, oh my gosh. Pink and blue are coming out. So there's more of that warm and cool contrast. Balance. Get outside. I know it's cold. Step outside for 30 seconds and look at the sun. Breathe in the fresh air. Go for a walk if it's nice. Just move your body. Move your body in the ways that feel best for you. Dance. Even sing. Exercise. Just stand up and sway. Stretch your muscles. Like, move yourself. Your body cares about you, and it wants you to care about it too. So pay attention to your body at this time as well. And don't force anything. Let yourself be loved. Know that you're here for a purpose, and don't be shady. All right. So those are the general messages. Let's see. I had a lot to say today. That was pretty long. Thank you for watching, everybody. So let's move into the love messages now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me get some of this out of the way. Okay. I'm gonna get all of these out of the way real quick. So hopefully those general messages resonated for you. If they did, I'm so glad. And if not, that's okay. Hopefully something from there was helpful. And let's see. Sorry if that was loud. All right. Let's move into love. And whether you are in a relationship or not, these messages can resonate with you. They can be about romantic love. They could be friendship. They could be family. They could be love for yourself. Just take it how it resonates. Okay. Sorry. There we go. Why you gotta be on the floor? Okay. So love messages. We are starting out with continuance with the apple here. The number 26 or the number 8. I'm hearing abundance of love, abundance of love. I'm like seeing two people sharing an apple, which I've never seen anyone do before, but like taking a bite out of the whole apple and like handing it to someone else and then like sharing the apple. I'm hearing also you are as sweet as can be. I don't know if that's something someone says to you. Your love is as sweet as a fruit. Planting seeds together. Growing abundance. I'm hearing like I'm abundant as long as I'm with you, which is your abundance doesn't depend on anybody, but it's that feeling of like growing together and like anything's possible with this person. Just feeling very accomplished by even having them in your life. And they feel the same about you. So there's that like mutual respect and appreciation. And like you can just lift each other up. And maybe, you know, we don't need to depend on anybody, but like, you know, we are humans. We need partnership. We need community. We need a support system. We need to be able to rely on others. And that's very okay. We weren't meant to be isolated and solitary. So I feel like, you know, coming together with this person just feels like anything's possible. And you truly are able to accomplish more as a team than you would be able to as individuals. So let's clarify here. The time is now, Archangel Sandalphon. This is a moment of acceleration. Go for it. Don't hold back. Proceed. All your hard work, focused prayers, and intentions have led you to this pivotal moment. Any hesitation you may be experiencing is just a sign that you are on the verge of something wonderful. This is the time for you to surmount your fears once and for all. Stand in your power. Angels have your back. I trust when the universe says yes. That's a powerful message. I trust when the universe says yes. You don't need to second guess yourself. You don't need to second guess the universe's advice either. Because I kind of see some of you like, really? This is for me? I get to have all this? This wasn't a mistake. You didn't deliver all of this to the wrong address. Like this is mine. Yes. More abundance here. An abundance. So for some of you, this is like coming into union with someone, like a divine soulmate, a counterpart that you're like, this is everything I ever wanted and more. Like, are you sure? Now? Me? The time is now, and it is yours. Stand in your power. Time for you to surmount your fears once and for all. You're on the verge of something wonderful. All your hard work's paying off. Proceed. Yeah. Your hard work, focus, prayers, and intentions have led you to this pivotal moment. So just embrace it. Let it in. See what happens. Beautiful things. That's what. I love that. I trust when the universe says yes. Okay, so there's also maybe an engagement for someone, someone getting asked out on a date, or someone asking for a higher level of commitment moving in, marriage, kids maybe even, or just like such an abundance of love, like cup overflowing and very emotional. I feel it's very emotional, but it's the message of it's trustworthy as I move on to the next card. That is trust. It's trustworthy on both ends, and there might be hesitation from both sides, but like there's also this deep knowing that everything's going to be okay. And any hesitation is just like, it's just a very overwhelming emotion, to have so much love and to be able to experience so much abundance at once. It's unbelievable, but believe it because it's yours. So we have trust with the number 21 or the number 3 here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Trust with the basil here. Trust the process. Trust yourself more than anything else. And we have Earth Mother coming out. You know how to evolve. You know how to evolve. There's something you know needs your time and attention. Something you know needs your action. Something you know is going to help you grow and evolve. Today, you are being invited to take the steps you know you need to take to move out of a stuck state and into a state of growth. This isn't a lifetime to fall into old patterns. It's a lifetime to create new ones. Your activation, I take the soul-led steps I need to take in order to heal and grow. And I feel like Earth Mother is sitting you down and saying, like, listen, you know what you need to do, so go do it. You know that these patterns are not serving you, so let's break them. Let's start something fresh. So maybe it is trust for some of you. Trusting others could be a big block in love. Trusting yourself is where it all starts, though. So building trust for yourself and for others is going to open up opportunities for yourself in love. And maybe that's where you need to start. And like maybe before this person comes in for you, you need to trust yourself. Trust yourself to trust the right people. Move yourself out of the stuck state. If you're feeling stuck and like just because you're not seeing what you want, you're not getting your desires just yet, doesn't mean that you're stuck. You'll know you're stuck if your energy feels stagnant, if you feel discouraged, if you feel like it's just not going to happen for you, or if you have that resistance within you. That's how you know that your energy is stuck. And it's time for you to start searching for solutions and get deep and vulnerable with yourself and understand what's going on so that you can move forward into growth. You know how to evolve. I take the soul-led steps I need in order to grow and heal. Okay. Next, hello, Lynn. We have the overall energy here is gratitude. And I'm getting that energy of like, it's the kind of gratitude that comes from deep fulfillment and like personal empowerment and feeling really safe and secure and just whole as you are. And it's the gratitude of like, no matter what happens, I've got myself and I'm so very blessed. I'm just so blessed no matter what here. And the pink rose gives me that energy of nurturing and loving and self-care and personal growth and just being very gentle with yourself. It's the color pink, especially on a rose, to me is like a mother's love. So having like motherly love for yourself in your situations and just always having your own back. And we have the Earth Guardian, learning it. Oh my God, I can't really read very well today. Learning in the happening. You may be telling yourself that everything happens for a reason, but this might not be helping you heal from the pain a particular situation has caused you. It's important to know that there isn't a divine plan to teach you a lesson. It's more that life experiences unfold based on your decisions in order for you to learn from every moment. Today, you are being encouraged to find the reason behind what's happening now, and the reason is you. I am open to expanding my knowledge and learning. Yeah. Grateful for the process, grateful for the healing process, grateful for the learning process, just grateful to have the awareness to be like, oh, it's in my hands. It's in my hands. I made choices. I did things. My life is my responsibility. And now I'm going to do what it takes to heal and to move forward and grow. So, yeah, take that knowledge, take all those lessons and those things that you learned about yourself, about life, and about love, and use them to help you heal and grow and move forward into the next thing, and not allowing them to stifle or accumulate and bitterness. We don't want to foster bitterness in this process. We want to release what does not serve, what does not move you forward, so that growth can really, really take place. So I'm feeling like this really beautiful, intense, passionate, abundant love that you're wanting. If it's not yours yet, it's going to be very soon, but there's just a little bit of like a healing process first. For you and this other person, I'm sure. It feels mutual. It feels like everything's kind of mirrored here for you and this person, and healing is a big part of this process. And so if it's kind of like that. If you come together while you're a certain version of yourselves, you probably wouldn't even recognize that you're meant to be with this person because of where you're at in your own journey and where they're at spiritually, I think. So coming together when the time is right. And I'm hearing it's very soon. It's very soon. Of course, if you want it to be, and if you want to move forward in love. So let's see. Yeah, so 36 adds up to 9, and that's a very spiritual number, very powerful. It's the number right before the 10, so like completion and new beginnings. Positivity with the number 40 and the marigold. Beautiful orange flower. This is we have sacral energy here, which is relationships. And Archangel Metatron. You have a divine calling. God and the angels are recruiting you. Where you are is where you have been strategically placed. Trust that what you are facing now has everything to do with what you are here to heal, and that it will lead you to a life that is aligned to meaning and purpose. You are here to make a difference, and it must begin with where you are right now. I am ready to fulfill the calling of my soul. I feel like your purpose is connected to your love life somehow, your relationship. You're meant to embark on this journey with this person, and there's some higher purpose, some higher calling that you could not have realized without each other. It's very much meant to be a partnership. It's a dual effort. You're in this together, and this is oh my gosh. It feels very intense. This is like powerful stuff. You're really meant to shine with this person, and you're bringing things to life together, and that could be bringing actual life into this world, or it's bringing projects to life, ideas to life, and empowering each other, lifting each other up, and just creating things that are beyond your imagination, beyond your wildest dreams. There's a really deep purpose to this connection. And part of that starts with the healing so that you can fully realize these things together. And trust came out in here as well. Trust that what you are facing now has everything to do with what you are here to heal. And that will lead to a life that is aligned to meaning and purpose. Just a little bit more healing. You're almost there. I'm also hearing a little goes a long way. So this little bit of healing that you're just finishing up and facing and addressing is redirecting you to where you're supposed to be. And it's like for the long run. So last year we had desire with the number 3. Boop. There we go. Desire. All right. The Shekinah. Give the gift of your presence. Ooh. I think the things that you desire most, like if you have this like longing or this yearning of like, I wish I had X, Y, and Z energy in my life, or want these certain things from a person, like what you're actually yearning for is acknowledgement of your own presence. So those things that you're longing for are things that you have within yourself already. So you don't need to go looking for them outside of yourself. So when you recognize them within yourself, it's almost like manifesting a person who embodies those things as well. So you're like, oh, I had to see it in myself first before I could find it in someone else. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's see. Now is the time to show up in ways you have never shown up before. Get present with those you love and care about. Go beyond distractions and direct yourself back to the current moment so that you can enjoy the blessings that surround you. Instead of focusing on where you are going or what has previously happened, enjoy the beauty of the here and now. I awaken to the blessings of the present moment. Ooh. So there's two cards, 2 or 3 cards talking about trust, 2 cards talking about now, here and now, and being present. So what you desire, I'm hearing what you desire has come into fruition. What you desire is in the present moment. So if you feel like it's feeling whole as you are, feeling as one whole person in the present moment, and not like it's an abundance mentality and not a lack mentality, not feeling like you need someone to complete your life, to complete your presence. That energy of lack that comes with feeling like you need somebody else to complete you, that's like keeping you from seeing how wonderful you are, keeping you from seeing how much you bring to the table and how amazing you are just as an individual. So you don't need anybody else to make you feel loved. You don't need anybody else to feel worthy or deserving. You don't need anybody else to be whole. So abundance mentality is also a big theme here. Trust, abundance, positivity, feeling blessed and whole and sacred as you are and safe in that experience. So let's see what final messages we have here for the love reading. So if you're joining live and you would like me to pull a couple cards for you, go ahead and leave a heart emoji in the comments, and I will do that at the end of this love reading. That's only if you're joining live, and you have to be here the whole time to receive your reading. I love this so much. This is absolutely confirmation and ties into this reading of, well, here's the image. This is healing. It's talking about growth. It's talking about healing. It's talking about moving on, moving forward, accepting things for what they were and letting it go. So the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. In this healing and growing, you're letting go of the past. You're like once and for all, just goodbye. Set yourself free from past situations that you've been holding on to or still kind of lingering. The past is behind you. Let it go. And be in the present moment. Give the gift of your presence. Be present. That's a gift for yourself, is to be more mindful and living in the present moment and just embracing all of the abundance that you have now and trusting that this new path will be revealed to you. It's ready for you. It's available to you. If you want it, go get it. Follow it with faith. It might not always be clear where the path is leading, but it's there for a purpose, just like you are. Time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. So we can't force healing. We can't force growth. We can't force love to come into our lives. We just have to be. We have to exist. We have to allow things to flow. Everything's going to happen. Like, If it's meant to be, it'll be. Things are destined for us. We just have to trust the process. I'm hearing like there's no, like there's conscious effort to be put in, but it's, the healing is for you. The healing is for yourself. The healing is so that you can feel better and happier and more energized, and you can feel fuller in your experience here on earth and in this life. The healing is for you. It's not for everybody else. There's also something that you feel like needs to happen, but it's sort of out of your control, and you feel is maybe getting in your way a little bit. And you've maybe been trying to figure out how you can speed up the process or manipulate the situation somehow or have control in the situation, but just stop. Just relax. You're trying too hard. Just let time run its course. Like time is going to bring this thing into a conclusion. Time's going to make things shift. This card came out last time. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. All right. For those of you last time were like, I don't know who that is. I don't know. Maybe they're still in your energy field. They're maybe going to be making themselves known here soon. Or maybe when you meet this person, maybe it's not someone that you know yet, but when you meet this person, their feelings your feelings aren't as developed as theirs, but they're not being as forthcoming with their feelings because they can sense that your feelings aren't as developed yet. But their feelings for you are pretty much deep right off the bat. And they're like, okay, I'm just going to keep that energy to myself until I kind of know more about how they feel. And so they're kind of keeping to themselves until they can know and trust that you feel the same, or that you're at least starting to feel the same, so they can express themselves a little bit more deeply. Here's that image. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. I feel like that's what this person is doing, is giving you space to figure out how you feel until your feelings discover themselves, and for let them deepen, and just to let you feel things out. And they're like, I know how I feel. Let's give them space to figure out how they feel. And I feel like that's just this person's nature, is to hold space for you and allow you to have your own experience and not try to influence your emotions. They want you to figure things out on your own because they want it to be authentic. They want this to be very real. And they don't want to have too much influence over the experience that you guys have with each other or with yourselves. It's very much those two strong, confident, sure of themselves, powerful people, these individuals that can kind of come together and remain in their own person, remain in their own power, and still have that experience of a partnership and coming together, and the intimacy and the vulnerability and everything that comes with a romantic relationship. And so it's like, it's sturdy and it's stable and it's healthy because they are able to be whole as themselves first and be so confident and sure of themselves that they can hold space for each other and honor each other's emotions. And so you can ease up a little bit and you can allow the closeness to happen because you know that you are also giving each other the necessary space, usually energetically, because you don't need to claim each other. You don't need to be like, that's mine, like you're mine. It's free will, freedom to make choices and be your own individual person and still come together in harmony and balance and all those beautiful things. So I love this. I feel like this was a little bit all over the place, or maybe it just felt that way, but whatever. Beautiful messages either way. And I hope these resonated with you and you found them to be helpful and encouraging and inspiring, because love is definitely around you, the present. So this is one of my favorite images in this deck. All right. Let's get on to the personal card pulls here. Thank you for everybody who's watching live or in the replay. Grateful for your presence here. Let me get these back in. Come on. Okay. All right, Josos, you're up first. Okay. So we've got happiness coming up first. Marjoram. Happiness. The number 15. So a weight has been lifted. You're feeling your happiness. Feeling like your cup is half full, not half empty. If not completely full or overflowing. So this rescue card. So you went from number 15 to the number 16, so that's forward movement. This waterfall kind of lets me know that, like, yes, your cup is overflowing. Margaret, hi. So I'm hearing you have to rescue yourself first before you can rescue anybody else. So if you haven't been helping yourself before helping others, put your mask on before assisting others, then you're just depleting yourself and you're stifling your voice and you're keeping yourself from your own happiness and putting others before yourself, prioritizing other people's happiness and well-being before yours. I'm hearing know when to hold them and know when to fold them. We have the angel of past issues, the number 23, the number 5. It's separating, like, what's yours and what's someone else's. What's yours and what's the other person's, and separating yourself from that experience. You don't have to be fully immersed in someone else's experience in order to show that you care. In fact, maybe being your own separate experience is actually what they need most. The angel of past issues. So I feel like this is healing ancestral stuff, healing past life traumas, healing or just letting go of other people's issues that you've held on to in the past, things that you've taken on as your own, just letting those go, separating yourself from that experience because it's not yours to carry. So there is, like, kind of the overall messages of, like, prioritizing your happiness and your personal empowerment before anyone else's. So putting yourself first. And that doesn't have to be a selfish act. And it doesn't have to be some big dramatic thing either. It can be super subtle and super nuanced. And it's kind of, I think it's in the details for you. All right. So those are your messages. Hopefully those resonate. Comments are coming in weird right now. Yeah, that's odd. Okay. Alicia, you're next. Oh my goodness. Okay. I got my cards all mixed up. I think you've gotten this card before. Okay. All right. Alicia. Wow. So you have number 1, the Bone Collector. This is the wise old sage. This is the shaman energy. This is the divine source energy that flows through you, that brings messages to you and to others. This is the healing, the wisdom that you bestow not only upon yourself, but upon others. This is divine guidance, your deep connection to the earth and its wisdom, and the ancient healing powers that you have access to. I mean, the depths are profound. And kind of like what's keeping you from this is your own little personal goblins. So I think you're starting to really notice the depths of your capabilities and the depths of your soul, and just how far you could bring things in terms of your healing capabilities for yourself and others, and your wisdom and your guidance. You're noticing how deep your depths are. But there's some little brain goblins floating around that are telling you it's not possible, it's not right. Who are you to... Sometimes maybe it feels like judgments of others when you are observing and reading and noticing their energy and the things that they could heal and work on and change and do all of that in order to grow and find themselves. And maybe sometimes that feels like a judgment to you, and you don't want to put yourself on others. Maybe you see it as a projection of yourself, but I think what it is you're aligning with people who are experiencing similar things as you. And so you see how to help them grow and how to heal because you've done it yourself. You've experienced it, you've lived it, you've seen it. And so that's actually a superpower that you can use to help others on their journey. But obviously consent is a thing. So you're not doing this without their permission. They have to ask you first. Or if you offer, hey, I do this thing, and they're like, yes, I need that. Perfect. So you're not just approaching people and you're like, your energy is whack and this, and this, and I'm going to help you, because that's weird. So trusting yourself to approach things properly and ethically and morally. Don't let those little doubts and brain goblins get you down. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get the comments up to date here. Sorry. There we go. Okay. All right, you also have stuck in the mud. So you have the number 1, 5, 24, or 6. Your numbers are moving up in sequence here. So stuck in the mud. If you're feeling stuck, trust yourself, take a different perspective. Maybe there's an energy of you not feeling stuck anymore, or just feeling stuck in different ways. Don't get discouraged. Don't get brought down. I don't know if you're using your energy wisely. I think you're expending your energy on things that don't serve you, that don't fill you up, that don't feel prosperous to you. They're not bringing you prosperity. Take a different perspective. I kind of see, so the elephant is trudging through the mud, trying to find its way out, and the bird is facing the opposite direction. And I feel like the bird's kind of like, hey, if we go this way, you'll get out just fine. Like, what are you doing? Just walking around in circles and just carving holes in the mud, digging yourself a little bit deeper each time. Like, we don't need to be stuck in these cycles. If you just turn around and go in a different direction, you'll be fine. So taking a different perspective, I think, is going to serve you. So if you're feeling stuck, change your perspective. And then we have deep freeze, the number 26, adding up to 8, that number of self. I don't know, why are you putting yourself on hold? I feel like you took a pause. Maybe you took a pause on like caring for yourself as much as you were, took a pause on prioritizing yourself as much as you were. Maybe you didn't even realize it until it was happening. You're like, oh no. I'm kind of in that freeze. Hello, Georgia. Welcome. I'm doing the personal card pull, so let me know if you want one. Yeah, so Alicia, what is this deep freeze? I feel like this is your heart and soul are calling you for so much more. You just need to believe. You just need to trust the process. I think you maybe got off track a little bit here, overexpending yourself, doing things that aren't in alignment with your purpose and your calling, feeling like you have to spread yourself thin to make ends meet. Call your energy back to yourself. You need to call your energy back to yourself so that you can move forward with grace and belief and healing and trust. Embrace your inner shaman wisdom. You need to get yourself back in energetic alignment and move forward towards your purpose. It's calling you. It's calling you so hard right now. Do what you can to make that possible for yourself. I think this deep freeze is almost over, so you're going to come back into what you're meant for. I'm seeing this as like fire and ice, the freeze and the flame. The flame wants to come and snap you back into reality, defrost you, and bring you back into the path that's truly yours. Whew, that was a lot. All right. I'm glad that resonated for you, Alicia. Those are your messages. Obviously, you needed to hear them. There was a lot in there. All right. Katie, I believe you are next. Let me just make sure. Yep, Katie, and then Juniper, and then Margaret, and then Georgia. Katie. And Alicia, I feel like it's use your intuition a bit more when you make decisions. And if you feel like you should do something and your intuition says no, trust that it's going to bring you into the right direction. And if it says yes, then obviously trust that as well. You're very welcome. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, Katie, you're also getting quite a few cards here, so it's happening the way it's supposed to. Let's see what messages we have for you. Hoping my camera doesn't shut out. All right, Katie, you have balancing act, the number 11. I am focusing on these hearts here, the hearts that are coming from the ship. So like a new venture, a new journey, a new expedition is bringing you lots of love and passion, and I think it's helping you love yourself a little bit more, realizing that your purpose is, you're in alignment with your purpose, and it's in alignment with your heart and soul, and everything's just balancing out, I think. And that balancing act of life isn't as overwhelming as it used to be. You don't feel like you have to force anything. You're not just barely getting by. It feels like you're able to breathe and be in success a little bit more. Unexpected visitors, the number 41 and the number 5 here. Number 5 is a positive change. I feel like there's some like past experiences, traumas, doubts, something resurfacing within your mind and in yourself, and you have to move through that. It's probably presenting your body to some unnecessary anxieties, but you're purging that. It's unprocessed things are just coming back up to the surface, and you're like, I thought I was done with you. I thought we were over this. But they're coming through to bring about positive change into your life. You need to process these things in order to fully let go and move forward. And I think it's going to open you up a lot more than you realize. And once that happens, you're going to see, oh, I definitely needed to process that so that I could step forward and make these bigger moves in myself and in my life. You're like, I didn't even know I could believe deeper, but I am. The number 2, gentle gardener. What are you overseeing? What are you nurturing? What seeds have you planted that you are ensuring are fertilized and growing and prospering? You're taking care of these things that are like your babies. Maybe they are actual children for you. But you're being patient. You have patience that you didn't have before. This is different. You may have been through a similar process, but this just feels different. It feels so much more aligned, and you have more patience, and you're willing to let things take the time that they need in order to grow and become fruitful. Patience. You have virtues, do the right thing. I also have this message of like, you have a lot going on, you have a lot of things to do, but you're not overwhelmed. Therefore, you're getting things accomplished and not feeling completely burnt out. And even though you have a lot to do, you know that you have the time to do it. And you're being very clear and concise about the way that you're approaching things so that you don't get overwhelmed and so that everything gets done and it gets done in a way that makes sense for you. So, do the right thing, be virtuous in your choices and actions. There is an opportunity for you to take the higher ground that will bring an end to a conflict or disagreement. Do what you know needs to be done to bring resolution and healing. If you need to admit that you were wrong, it may not be easy, but by doing so, you will remind those around you how much you care, and this will guide everyone back to a state of harmony. Your activation: I choose to bring peace to every conflict. I feel like those are your messages, Katie. It was very clear and concise, just like your energy is right now, which feels very Capricorn energies that you have going on, dedicated to your work. And I feel like you have time for work and play. There's balance in your life. Just some healing going on and nurturing here. So those are your messages. Thank you so much for being here, Katie. Appreciate it. So we had Katie and then Juniper and then Margaret and then Georgia. Juniper, what do you need to know right now? Ooh. All right, Juniper, you have the magic stream, the number 18 or the number 9. Peaks of Joy with the number 33. And Divination, oh my gosh, with the number 15. 14. That adds up to 5. Goodness gracious. You may be feeling a little frazzled, flustered, confused, a little clumsy maybe, like you're kind of stumbling through life a little bit and you're just kind of like finding your footing, trying to get grounded. Maybe some grounding exercises will be helpful for you. But it feels like the stagnation is over and things are moving and you're like, I don't know what to do with this. It's overwhelming. You may feel the anxiousness in your body. Try to move through some of that somatic exercises or letting go of the energy from your body. Because that's where it's all being stored. I don't think it's in your head and I don't think it's in your heart. And it's not in your soul, it's in your body. So you just need to move that out. But this magic stream is abundance and the fruits of your labor paying off, and there's opportunities flowing into you. You just have to be willing to see them. And I don't know, step outside your comfort zone. You may be limiting yourself to what you think. Oh, 1 second. Let me camera battery change. There we go. Okay. Thank you for your patience. All right. So, Juniper. All right. You may be limiting yourself. So, you are not as limited as you once were. There's a lot more opportunity and a lot more possibility that is available to you and accessible to you. And I think it's time for you to choose and accept that you can level up. You can be more, you can have more, you can do more. Step into that. It's time to take action towards that bigger and better self that you know is ready. There's a rainbow coming over the top of this card. I don't know if you can tell, it's very faint, but those are blessings that are ready to be enjoyed, to be brought down to the physical. Those are blessings that you are ready to acknowledge. And there's more abundance coming for you. And there's lack mentality to be let go of. It's time to step up. It's definitely time to own this bigger version of yourself. Peaks of joy. So this divination, I feel, using divination to maybe diving more into divination and using it as a guidance tool to help you understand your truth and what's possible for you. So maybe diving more into a form of divination that feels aligned with you, that feels good for you, and using that to diminish some of your doubts and to connect to your guides and your higher self and the beautiful beings that are there to assist you, and to the universe as well. It can help you understand your truth a bit more deeply. Your peaks of joy, the number 33, the magic stream, the peaks of joy, the divination, it's all like divine source energy is here to assist you. What can we do for you? There's gold, there's shooting stars, there's like this euphoric zest for life, feeling like anything's possible. You need to step into that energy of abundance and see that you can make anything happen for yourself. It's all very much within the realm of possibility. It's within your reach, and it's just a matter of deciding what it is that you want to reach for. Choose it and do it. It's possible. It's very possible for you. Okay, Juniper, those are your messages. Thank you for being here today. I'm glad these messages could find you. I believe, Margaret, you are next. Yep, Margaret and then Georgia. What's up, little pup? Your ears flipped. Come here. All right, Margaret, I don't know why, but these love cards wanted to come out for you. It doesn't have to be romantic love, just love. Energy of love, general sense. Okay, so this message is for you, Margaret. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also ones of your own reflection. Okay, so that's a message for you, Margaret. Wanted to find you. Hopefully there's something there for you. Could have to do with the relationship that you have with someone right now. If you're having difficulties, differences, not seeing eye to eye. Maybe it's time to just be honest and vulnerable with yourself and say, what am I missing here? Is there something that you don't like about someone? Maybe is a reflection of something within yourself. All right. Star beings, written in the stars. There is a great mystery unfolding at this time. All the synchronicities and signs you are experiencing are not coincidences. They are spirit-led experiences to let you know that you are on the right path. Trust in this. Where you are is where you need to be. Stay committed to your vision because the star beings are guiding your dreams into reality. Thank you, star beings, for guiding my vision into reality. So I feel like this is you kind of getting yourself back on track, back into your heart's desires, diving deeper into your endeavors. And there's a lot of trust and faith that's going to be required from you. It's almost like starting fresh, where you like let something go and how to jump back into it, and it feels like starting from the basics. You may be getting signs or synchronicities or messages from spirit that are guiding you in this direction, asking you not to give up, encouraging you, moving you forward. Downloads of intuition, Archangel Haniel. Trust what is coming to you, for the information is absolutely a glimpse of the future. More trust that where you are is where you're meant to be, and trust that bigger things are coming for you as well. Your psychic gifts are heightened at the moment, and it's essential for you to take the time to record what is coming from within. As a reminder, nothing is set in stone, and therefore, if your intentions change, you can absolutely rewrite what is to come. But you are receiving information that will serve you on your way. I trust my intuition and psychic gifts. Trust your intuition to guide you to where you're supposed to be. I feel like that's the only message. It wants me to leave it there. Elohim. Karmic debts are paid. Release yourself from the pain of guilt. Your debts are paid. Who you were in the past is not who you are today. If you had known then what you know now, you would have made different choices, but you cannot change what has happened. You can only change how you move forward. Release yourself from the past. I take responsibilities for my own karma. So there's some like deep self-reflection kind of floating around in these messages too. I'm feeling like some throat chakra stuff, but it's being honest with yourself and speaking your truth to yourself before you can express it to others. So you have to be able to do the work to find those depths of what you need to express to yourself, what truths you need to own, and what you need to let go of, so that you can write your own story now, moving forward to discover yourself, create yourself again. Be that person that you always wanted to be. All right, Margaret. I hope those messages made sense for you. It was good to see you here today. Thank you for being here. And Margaret, I don't know, you might like our new moon ceremony on the 29th. We are writing our stories because we let go of our old stories, and now we're going to be creating with intention to move forward and rewriting our story. So if that feels aligned for you, we'd love to have you join us. Okay. Georgia, you are next. All right. You're welcome, Margaret. All right. Georgia. Okay, Georgia. So you have Magic Prayer, the number 32, or the number 5. I'm hearing I need a miracle. Maybe you've been asking the universe for some miracles, or a miracle in a specific area of your life. There's something I feel that you've become tired of experiencing, and you're like, let's let this go. I'm tired of this experience. I don't want to have to go through this again. Set it free. Send it away. Let's start fresh. Need a miracle. So you went from 32 to 33 with peaks of joy. I feel feel like this is what you're getting ready to experience, is like new levels of bliss. It's time. It's time for new heights of joy. It's almost like being tired of the lessons that you feel like you've had to keep learning. There's something about like a cynicism or a skepticism, or just like this like self-deprecation, or like life's out to get me, or like, of course this would happen, just my luck, shit always hits the fan, like that kind of mentality that it's like, stop. Stop speaking that into existence. Stop claiming that. Is that what you want to experience? No. So let's start taking the lessons for exactly what they are, lessons. Take what you need to know from them and move on into a new experience. So I think you're cutting out some karmic cycles, and you're noticing the patterns that you've gotten stuck in when things, it's like connecting the dots between how your internal world has affected your external world and vice versa, and how if something bad happens, you always respond the same way. It's time for your responses to be different. It's time for you to choose growth and forward movement. And so you're in this cycle, this circle, and something happens, and where you normally would have made the choices that would keep you on that cycle, you're saying, oh, well, that's not right. That's not what I'm going to experience. And you're kind of breaking off and trailing off and moving into a different something else. So we got peaks of joy. We got happiness. It's like prayers being answered, but it starts from within, right? So I think you're doing some work and deciding what you don't want to experience anymore, and what you would like to replace that experience with, what you want to choose instead of that thing, that cycle that's been repeating. And I think your mindset is going to play a huge part in this. And choosing to create intentionally instead of allowing things to just happen to you. All right, so you got 32, 33, and 34. So the angel of unity. And so this is coming together with yourself. Coming together with yourself more than it is coming together with other people. But I feel like there's also, as you change and as you grow, you're going to notice that the people that you attract into your life change as well. So your frequency is shifting. You're vibrating at a different level, and you're going to start to attract people who are having similar experiences, or on a same path, or cutting out cycles the way that you are, just are like-minded, like-souled beings, and you're on the same vibration. So there's a change in your community aspect as well. Okay, I guess that's here. Okay, no, we want to take one of these really quick. The Holy Spirit. Miracles are possible. We were saying at the beginning, you feel like you just need a miracle. Well, here's your confirmation that miracles are possible. You don't need to feel silly or stupid or irrational for saying I need a miracle, because here they are. Your ability to experience miracles is down to your capacity to believe that miracles are possible for you. There's the mindset shift. Don't give up hope. A real turnaround is possible now. The light of angels surrounding you, inviting you to step into the most gracious receiving state possible. Open your heart and expect a miraculous solution. You are worthy. Know it. I am worthy of miracles in all forms. Mindset shift opens up everything, opens up your heart chakra, helps you accept miracles into your life. No more doubts, only acceptance and knowing that you are worthy. All right, Georgia, that concludes your messages. I hope those resonated with you and that you found them helpful. Thank you, of course, for being here. And that is everybody. So that's the end of today's live. Definitely seemed longer than usual, but we had some things that needed to come out. I am not sure when next time will be, but I will certainly post about it when I know for sure. Just kind of I'm shifting things around a little bit, reevaluating, reprioritizing, seeing what is most aligned with me. So I am not sure how frequent the lives will be, but I'll absolutely let you know when that decision is made. You're so welcome, Georgia. Thank you, everybody, for joining, whether you were live or watching the replay. I appreciate your presence here. I hope these messages found you and resonated with you. And if they do, always feel free to leave me a comment, even if it's after the fact. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you all next time.